right, what an awesome Monday night. Props to you guys. Yeah. So we're going to play another one, and then we're going to do something we've never done before. We're going to have
just ignored you.
Our friend Ian. No, we already communicated about it. We're going to do it. Our friend Ian, who has a show called Wheelers Weekend Jams, is going to come up here and do a short interview of us about some more information about the band, and he's going to film it for his show. So let's bring Ian up here and do a quick little interview session.
Wheelers Weekend Jams. 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 Wheelers Weekend Jams.
Give it up for full service, everybody. Give it up.
All right, so what we're doing here, like I said, is we're going to record a little question and answer with Ian. So here we go. This is a tour first right here, mid-set interview.
Yeah, rock it.
Little dude keeps wiping out. He is so funny.
Jacob, come here.
No fear right there.
Dum-dum.
Okay, so.
Sit down.
Sorry, I don't have a mic, but you can hear me because I have a deep voice.
Can you hear Ian?
Can you hear me?
Sure. Hold it, baby.
Ian.
Here.
So guys, thanks for coming out. Give a clap for Dave and Heather Garvey.
Yeah.
As you all know, Full Service does the 2020 tour, and they did a few stops in Chicago.
Yeah.
Have you guys, what is one place that you guys have not played yet that you really want to go venture to?
Marty's house. My backyard.
Yes, this guy's backyard right over there. No, we played in almost every state. I think we're at 41. So we're close. Personally, I would like to play in Hawaii, but I would like to try Montana. No, I mean,
I have family there.
I hear it's beautiful, and we've not been there. And,
For the Buffalo.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool. We played Buffalo before. So, for the Buffalo. So yeah, Montana would be nice. I don't know about these guys.
Big Sky, Montana.
Got some people trying to get us to Maui.
That would be cool.
That's a logistical thing.
Full Service was recently played at down in New Orleans before 3/11 Day, which was March 11th, 2014. How was that experience the day before the 3/11 Day show? And what's your opinion on the fans at 3/11 Day, I should say?
Obviously, we had an amazing time. It was the end of that evening, when I got in bed, was one of the most exhausted I have ever been in my life. Just from the whole day of it and all the energy playing the two sets.
I thought you were singing. I thought you said when I got in bed with. And I was like, who's the big reveal?
No, but so I remember being exhausted, but I also remember just interacting with so many cool people. There was a huge line for the merchandise, for 3,000 merchandise. We were also in there with that merchandise, and just to give an example of how supportive and awesome that fan base is, which hopefully is also a full service fan base, we sold every single piece of merchandise we had. And before we even played a show, we sold the record we've ever sold of merchandise. So that's just a window into how cool we live.
Yeah, there were people that hadn't even heard us. They were like, "Oh, you guys are here set up with 311? Yeah, we'll buy a shirt. What do you got?" No idea who you were.
Yeah, it just felt like a family reunion, which was awesome. Which is kind of like how the circus feels too, but so it was awesome.
So you guys came out with Carousel last year. Is there going to be any upcoming new albums or new EPs in the works, or are you guys just going to kind of do a tour for a little while and then
Wait for this answer.
Well, it's a multi-part answer. Hogan and I got in a huge fight the other day. It escalated very quickly, almost to a physical level.
It was like Planet of the Apes with Koba and Caesar.
Yeah, it almost got. But what we were fighting about was what to do after this next album, which is about to come out. But we were trying to decide whether we want to make an album more in the Carousel vein, in that it's kind of more down the middle of what we like to do, or whether we want to go super mellow. We have like a large back catalog of like very mellow tunes, a lot of piano-based stuff that Hoag's been composing. or whether we want to go more rock style or make a double album or triple album.
Everything.
Double
27
album.
songs. Double album.
So yeah, the argument was over strategy with what to do there, but that will probably be recorded sometime in the winter.
I like the piano.
But in between now and then, we're putting out a side project album that's a straight hip-hop record under a different name, Beat Cake.
Mario liked it. He'll get up every morning and put it on.
Yeah. So that's just kind of scratching
With his breakfast.
scratching a rap itch that we've had for a long time. It will sound like full service, but it's rap. And I think everybody kind of is a little skeptical about it, but I think it's going to be well received.
It goes hard to the paint.
Yeah, it goes hard to the paint. We're gonna be revealing one of the tunes out on this tour.
We'll give you a teaser.
I'll put it on the speaker at the end.
Speaking of hip hop and everything else, you guys just came out with a little kind of mini documentary traveling around, and you guys stopped at the Hive and worked with Mr. Jason Walters and listened to some of his Pangus Khan stuff. How was it? I mean, I should say, visiting the Hive and all that jazz.
Well, the Hive is where 311 records all their stuff, and as you know, we're 311 fans, so it was a cool thing for us to just see all their gear and all their craft and like all the behind-the-scenes stuff of all their albums and like the charts and everything, and their little, how Tim decorates his corner and stuff. And that was really cool. And then we listened to some of our friend Jason's hip-hop stuff, and then we listened to some of our own music on the board, which sounded great. These guys took pictures with Shaquille O'Neal's giant shoe.
I got to play Peanuts 10-string bass, which is pretty incredible.
But that shoe, man.
Shoe was huge.
God. You could put your hand in with your fingers extended and your elbow. Just sit it in there like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
but one of the cooler things was we went into, and there's one picture of the fans, and it's in the main office. And right smack in the middle is this guy, John McGuire, who's a big fan of ours and a good friend as well. He was at the show last night, although he's from Houston. So I took a picture of that instead of the name, which was pretty upsetting.
Well, it's time now for a fan question. If anybody has anything, ask away.
I think the little man has a question too.
Do you guys play any like games like while you're out on tour, like in the whale? Like,
In the whale.
yeah, like on the
Let's
road.
just play games.
Well, the question is, do we play any games on the road? And frequently, although until Sonny recently broke 2 of his toes, we played a lot of sports. In fact, he broke his toes while we were playing a game of post-show Ultimate Frisbee at a park in Denver.
Barefoot,
Unfortunately,
obviously.
barefoot. So normally we play a lot of soccer, wiffle ball, Ultimate Frisbee outside of the van. And I've always believed that the sports help us avoid actually physically injuring each other otherwise. But in the van, we used to play
car bingo, travel bingo. We would make a list of. It got too easy, so we make very difficult lists to last like several, maybe a week or week and a half. So it would be things like dangerous driving maneuver. You'd have to witness somebody doing something dangerous on the road, or like somebody applying makeup, and which could be a twofer. If you see a girl applying makeup and like at a stoplight, that's dangerous, and she's applying makeup. We also used to see how long we could talk to each other in the style of show tunes, but not real show tunes. We would just do it in the style of singing that show tunes like Broadway does. Like, up here, take a right. No, I don't think so. Why are you going there? What are you doing?
I don't want to go right. Can we go to Starbucks?
I think you should. I really think you should.
Yes.
Tough to keep that one up.
Yeah, it just got old real quick.
I remember why did we stop doing a lot of bingo? You boycotted it. I can't remember why.
It was because of like, it happened that the dangerous driving maneuver was trying to be like retroactive. So like, Hogue was like, well, if that counts, then their game 3 days ago, I should have got this. And he tried to go back and win a game that was already won by me.
Go back in time.
Yeah, he was like, hey, though that counts 2 days ago. And I was like, we're getting in a big fight about some stupid game we made up. I'm not ever playing it again. Yeah, it was dumb. Hogue was about to punch me for it. I was like, dude, come on.
But no, generally we
Car bingo's
listen
over.
to podcasts and things like that stuff.
I gotta play spot to play.
What's your favorite podcast?
Mr. Sonny, I have a question for you. Please explain to the crowd. I mean, obviously, you jam and you guys play sports and everything, but tell us about your paintings and where to find you. You start selling your paintings and everything.
Yeah, it's been a new endeavor for me. I'm trying to. It's kind of my other outlet other than full service. Kind of trying to keep it more separate than. I don't want to integrate too much into the band thing, but yeah, I've been doing a lot of nature painting. I've had some photography that I've been doing for a long time that then I put in Photoshop and make like real kind of psychedelic colors, real abstract, vibrant stuff, and I've been using those as models for painting. And so I'm selling prints of them all online on Sean Eckel, which is my real name for any of you that don't know, Sean, S-E-A. So SeanEckelArt.com, where you can find that. But I've got business cards too, homemade. So if you want one, find me later. We can talk.
Awesome. And you guys are off tomorrow. Tell us about your upcoming shows, and then next week, obviously, you guys are opening up for 311 in Texas.
So we do a couple more of these style shows. Wednesday is in Danville, and then Thursday we're playing outside of St. Louis. Friday's a cool thing that I think Sheila and maybe some other folks come to, which is a float trip down in the Ozarks. People are floating on the river, and then finishing at this campsite. We're going to rock out at the campsite. And then Friday we're playing under this gigantic blue whale in Tulsa, which is pretty cool. And then we head back to Austin, and we finish up the tour with 3 great shows in Austin, Dallas, and Houston with supporting 311. So those would be the rock show. Like those of you who haven't seen us before, this is our acoustic setup, but we have a rock setup that's better for the big stage. Lots of jumping around, sweating, stuff like that.
Do it.
And just one last question before you guys move on with your set. Who were all your major influences before Full Service started up? Yes.
Early influences, Sonny.
Early influences music-wise, I was raised on the Beatles, but as far as like playing music, a lot of Chili Peppers, a lot of 311, a lot of early Incubus, and like The Who, John Entwistle, and his crazy bass fingers. But that was about it for me, mainly.
Yeah, mine's a lot of early stuff, kind of like that, like Eagles, James Taylor, all the, I don't know, kind of standard older generation tunes that your parents listened to. I don't know, grew up on those, and
CSN.
never really got into the popular music of my day. But I mean, even to the 311 scene, I didn't really go to shows until I met these dudes and kind of got incorporated into it all, which is an amazing thing. But which is a cool example of how I don't know much of 311 other than the live shows, which is a cool way to experience, I think, them of all bands. It's cool.
Live is better.
Yeah, like I grew up on like maybe one album, but like a lot of people I meet are like, oh dude, we have all the albums, kind of like super obsession. It's neat to see that and also see it kind of from an outsider perspective and get to, as a person in a band, experience the love that everybody kind of gives towards that. But I grew up on older stuff.
Hoagie?
The Billy Joel's Uptown Girl, Beach Boys' Don't Worry Baby, the Ronettes' Be My Baby, Welcome to the Jungle, Bulls on Parade,
What's up, Piper?
Immigrant Song, Blood and Thunder, Aqua Dementia from Mastodon, who you're familiar with, and finally Public Enemy, like Fight the Power and Terror Dome and stuff like that.
Yeah. Hogan and I we're brothers, obviously, so a lot of the stuff was the same. Our parents listened to a lot of oldies. When we drove into the Phillies games back, Carly Simon was one of the
John Denver,
stuff like that. But then for me, it was like Megadeth was my first CD, Public Enemy, Guns N' Roses, a lot more super heavy stuff. It felt like early on. So, but that I guess it's sort of a mishmash of that.
That's about it. Give it up to Full Service again for playing at David Adams' place. You guys are on.
Shout out to Wheeler's Weekend Jams, because that's a very cool thing that he does. It's what we do basically, but he does it with his heart and soul, his passion, and it reminds me of the Takeover tour.
Yeah.
He's just going around doing it by himself, slowly building it, actually quickly building it. He's got great guests, great interviews, and dude,
keep it up. Well, all right. So if our thank you.
I didn't mean slowly. It's like it's happening, man. We're doing it.
So if our opening band, thank you, Ian. Rock and roll. And now I'd like to invite our opening band, Kazoos, to stay up on stage here while we play our song called Trumpets, which features the kazoo. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go!